Hey there, it's Rad. So today I'm going to be making a doodle in this same style as this doodle I did a year ago, where you place your original characters side by side with negative space in between. All right. Now we're going to be using these Posca pens. This one I've already tried out here is, well, it has a range between 0.9 to 1.3. I guess it depends on how used up the point is. So that's what that looks like. And if you want to do detail work, you could use, or I could use this one here, which is a 0.7, which is that one there. Now, this style of doodle, I did a couple murals in that same style last year in New York City. Now, sometimes you don't know how to start or where to start. You need something to kickstart your creativity. Well, why not doing it inside of a shape? So this is a project we're going to be doing today, and I'm going to go back in time now with you to show you how I did this. Here's what I did last year. You got a lot of the recurring characters in there, like the angry cloud and the pencil, and my Forever Young Lego image. I'm not going to do it in this style where I've got the positive negative shapes in there. I'll do that maybe for another drawing. Here's another one. There's the art owl again. And like this one and this one, they both have the connection of having art materials. So it's very meta in that way. So I'm going to be doing this style, but drawing instead of a hand. So I've already traced out a hand. This is the paper I'll be using. So I've traced it out with this blue pencil over here. And how you trace, yes, I have huge hands. How you trace is that you hold the pencil perpendicularly. That way you get the shape of your hand, and if you do it this way, at an angle, you'll get a very thin fingers. So that way you've got your hand and the actual sides that they are. Now I'm going to trace this out. I'm going to use that Posca I mentioned before. And then I'm going to start my drawing afterwards. All right, there you go. All right, what to start with first? I think I want to draw the pencil today, so I'm going to go with that. And I'm going to use the same pen, and I'm going to put him over here. The cool thing about these drawings is that they're perfectly imperfect. I don't have to worry about them being too perfect in any way, so just go for it. In fact, this pencil might be too big for this area here. Just made it. There it is. This one's a little bit shorter. Sometimes I make them really, really short. This looks a little cross-eyed. And so you shall be. All right, next up, let me draw an image that is cropped, which means it's cut off at the sides. This one is this ribbon here. Now, when you start drawing your doodles, you'll start coming up with your own characters, as you should. Okay, I think I'm going to do a globe next. See if I can squeeze it in here. Sometimes you need an image to fill in areas. For me, it tends to be that star. Speaking of which, let me draw, let me turn this around. I'm going to draw my bear in here. In space. With his space suit. And again, it's perfectly imperfect, right? There he is, floating in space. I just made him connected to this pencil line. So the cool thing about doodling is that as you're working, you could just do whatever comes to your mind, like I just did that. Sometimes with my doodles, I do sketch them out if there's something that I'm unsure about. It's a new image for me, and I'm not sure how to draw it exactly. I'll pencil it out, sketch it out with this, and then I'll just draw it over. But most of the time, like this one, I just went for it. I did not pre-plan this one at all. In fact, I didn't pre-plan any of these, although this one was drawn over a series of different times, periods. I'm gonna put a Band-Aid over here. There, now the finger has a Band-Aid. Squeeze in a little Lego head. Minifigure. Oops. It overlapped a little bit. Not to worry. This one's a little wonky. It's part of the charm. How to draw a donut. Make an oval. A little oval in the center, but not in this, towards the top more. Wavy lines in that section there, and then sprinkles. Easy. Donuts in space. I don't know, should I draw a watch on this one or just leave it as is? Maybe I don't do a watch. I'll draw Artie the art owl. So that's the shape I start with first. Wings. There's this brush. Painting something. 2 circles. Triangle. There you have it. And there you have it. Quick doodle in a hand. That was a faster one, obviously, than one like this. Now, you could do a couple things afterwards. You could color in with another Posca the negative space, which looks really nice sometimes, or leave it as is. I think I want to color this one in. Yep, I think that looks great. You might want to touch up your lines afterwards, though, the black lines. All right, I'm going to keep going with this. Catch you later. And now it's your turn. Go trace a hand, draw your own doodles. I've got 2 words for you. Get cracking. So there you have it. That's how you do this project. Trace out your hand, draw the shapes inside of the hand. You could leave negative space so that you could color in it. You could also color in these images as well. It's up to you. So it's your turn now. Get cracking.